Hello and welcome back to the Flea Route Guide. My name is Blob Doodles and today we are going over Lace, the 5 fleas, and also, in case you're a beginner who really doesn't want to deal with not having a float ability, we are going to go over Drifter's Cloak and 4th Core Skip or Quick Kill if you're not quite ready for that as well. So first of all, I do want to mention there is some movement tech with Swift Step. So either you can spam dash, this is quicker than just holding it. There's another version where you can go, you press your jump and dash right when you hit the ground in like really quick succession. And this is pretty quick. Or if you really want to destroy your fingers, we have the dive dashing. So essentially how before we did our pogos, basically all you want to do is just pogo dash. So like a jump, pogo, dash in like a really quick succession, and it should look at like this. And yeah, so that is the Swift Step basics. We are now gonna go for the rest of this segment. So first, when you get to Swift Step, you want to go not down there. You want to go up here. We're going to hit this lever and we're going to go up and we're going to go up if I can. And we have our first flea, swiftly. So we're going to free him. Woo, and then keep on going. So we're going to keep on going. I'm going to make sure I have enough rosaries. As you can see, I have the Coral Commandment in my inventory. If I was getting nail 2, you don't have to. It's honestly quicker to just use nail 1. But, of course, if you're beginning, you just want to go with nail 0, or nail 1, or nail 2, sorry. So now, we made it to this room. We're going to use the lever, and this is going to be our lace fight. I'm just going to make sure my save state is good, and we're going to do the lace fight. So there's not too much tech that I know about Lace. I know that I hit her, and I'm really bad at the Lace fight. So there, I waited until she was close to the edge to Silk Spear her into the lava. Now, this is a really good strat for Lace because Lace takes 40 damage to lava every single time she gets staggered and dunked into it. So that's 40 free damage for us. I'm gonna die here because I actually just cannot play the game. Sorry, that is a force of habit. Because saving fleas are all I do now. So we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna go back after my failed Lace attempt. We're gonna actually kill her this time. So to stagger Lace, you need to do 11 hits, and Silk Spears will count as 1, and your nail hits will also count as 1. So as you can see, that was 11 hits, so that was a stagger. And that's another stagger, and that's 40 damage. Now, of course, we're using nail 0, so 40 damage is the equivalent of 8 total hits, versus if she was staggered on the ground, we'd only get 3 hits. And there we go, our Lace fight is done. I'm just gonna do it again. I'm gonna put a save state here, and we're gonna go again. And we're going to want to use those Silk Spear as much as possible because it does way more damage than our nail. It does 3 times, as I've said in, I think, a previous video. And there we go, that is our lace fight done. So primarily you want to try to hit her under the lava because that'll save you a bunch of time. But you can also just keep hitting her and then she'll get defeated. So we're going to keep on dive dashing. Again, like before, we're going to go over here, exit the room, and we're going to bench out here. And this is really important because we're going to save and quit back to here. So, let's keep on going as usual. Okay, and we're gonna keep going up here, and this is gonna be weird if you know the any percent route and you usually get cloaked. You would keep going to the right, but clearly I am not going to the right. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna save this Flea. I'm gonna set a save state here, and then we're gonna quit, save and quit, and we're gonna go back into the game. And now we're back here. So, actually, I'm gonna save a save state right here because usually we would go to the left side. But I want to show you all the Drifter's Cloak. So let's go do that. If you already know how to get Drifter's Cloak and all the associated funniness with it, I would recommend you going onto the timestamp I have shown on the screen to skip this whole section. Because usually in this route, we are not doing cloak. So we're gonna go over here. As you can see, I haven't done this in a while, so... But we're gonna go up here, enter in here. We can bench right here and talk to the seamstress. The seamstress will now give us the cloak quest. So we're going to keep going through dialogue. And so for this quest says, hey, we need to hunt hokers in the far fields and collect spine cores. These are the hokers. When you hit them, they release the spines, and then you hit the spines off the ground, and then you collect. And we're gonna need 25 of these, as the quest said. So we're gonna wanna do this. Oh. And obviously we did not get enough, so we're gonna go break this, and we're gonna reload the room, and it's going to respawn. And we're gonna keep on doing this until we have our 25, which you will know we have our 25 when the text in the bottom glows yellow like that. We're gonna quit the menu because this is quicker than walking all the way back. We're gonna go back, and here we are in our... Okay, and we're gonna talk to the seamstress. Give the spine cores, and we will get our float ability. Now, if you are new and you don't know what the float ability actually does, well, you get to just glide in the air. So we're gonna put this back on. And then she's just gonna talk to us again, and we'll leave. Now the float lets you you can hover in the air, you can ride up winds. That's pretty much it. So, next, I'm gonna show this thing called the fourth chorus skip. And now I'm kind of disappointed that I have to reset my save state, but so we're gonna show there is a keyless version here for this, but this skip will essentially let us be like, hey, we don't really want to fight fourth chorus. It's gonna take a bit of time to fight him, and that is just too much work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump, heal, and then do that again. So I believe there is a way to zoom out. See if I can figure that out real quickly. Okay, so if I zoom out, as you can see, I have my 5-star. So fourth chorus is going to activate. We're going to wait for his scream. And so I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to press dash, wait until I'm a Pika jump, and then float again. I'll show that one more time. And then I'll show an alternative fourth chorus strat if you really do not want to try this fourth chorus skip. You're just trying to go for the achievement. You can take a lot more time than a speedrunner wants to. So, we're gonna activate him. We're gonna wait. And so I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna press my dash button and hold jump until I see that I'm on the peak of my jump. Obviously, you can't really zoom out during a run. So, what you'll want to do is make sure that you just know the timing of your full jump. I'm actually going to showcase that before. So if you sprint, hold jump, there's going to be a little sound. So I'm going to be a little quiet now so you can hear it. As you can hear, there's that little like whoosh or something like that. So we're going to do this. Wait for a scream. Dash. I cannot do this all the time. Forgive me. As you can see, I'm healing. And then while I'm healing, I like to hold my float button. So we'll do that one more time and then we'll go to the quick kill. So I'm going to dash. And now I'm holding my lift and float, and then I dash and then float again, and we are across. And that skips our entire fourth chorus fight. No longer have to deal with them. And then we can go back to saving fleas. But if you're really uncomfortable with even trying to get that done, let me see if I can reset my camera zoom. I'm just gonna pick like a random key on my keyboard for this. There we go. So let me show off the quick kill. So he's gonna scream. Now we're just gonna attack it. And we want fourth chorus to get to phase 2. So we can use our silk spear there. So he's gonna do this attack. We're gonna jump over that. I'm gonna fall in the lava because I'm such a gamer. Our goal essentially is just to do as much damage as possible so we can get him to second phase as soon as possible. I'm gonna take this heal. Now hopefully soon he... This is such a long fight. He has a lot of health, by the way. But we're gonna wait. Hopefully this comes around soon. I don't actually know how long this takes. And now we can see these vents opened up, and as I stated before, you can ride these up. So we're gonna ride them up, and we're gonna hit this, and that rock will drop down and immediately kill him. Instead, we would have to attack him over and over again, and we don't really want that to happen. So, fourth course is done. I personally do not want to keep Cloak kept on my profile, but basically, essentially, you would just go back up here, go left, and then just backtrack all the way to the fleas. This is a very big time loss if you're trying to do Flea route, so I would never recommend to actually go for Cloak. But, as I said before, you're just trying to get the achievement, you're a beginner. You just don't want to fight that many bosses. Or go for the rest of the game cloakless, then you don't have to. So, I am realizing there is not a save state for Lace, so I will cut back when I have finished freeing the Farfield's Flea, and after I save and quit, back to that bell. Okay, so I am now back at this bell. So I do not have Cloak, I have just saved the Flea, and we're gonna go get the next Flea. So we're gonna go backwards. We're gonna go in here. And we have enough rosaries, and we're gonna buy this bellway. I want to go through here. There is a very good cycle you can hit in this room. However, I am not good enough to even try to get it, so we're just going to take this a little slow. I will show the cycle in the top right corner. There is a consistent setup made by Ox. Clearly, I'm really bad at this game. And we're gonna go back. Mistakes will happen if you don't practice enough, you know? They'll happen. Like okay, forgive me. Yep, we're gonna go. Honestly, because I failed, I can use my challenge button to call the Belbies. So I'm gonna take this slow. We're gonna go. And then we have our next Flea. And we're gonna take the Belbeast back to the Marrow. Now the reason we're doing this is because we have to get our next two Fleas. Also, yeah. So first, we're gonna bench here. Again, for the same reasons last time, we need to save and quit. Now, if you know where the Flea locations are, you might be wondering, why am I not going for the Marrow Flea that is clearly closer to the bench that I was at? Well, that's because we have the Hunter's March Flea to get to, and it's better for us to focus. So that guy's dead. And a sprint jump, we can just do that. And I know, Hunter's March is a very, very hard point of contention for all the beginner players. We do not like this area when we first played it, but do not worry. We do not have to do too much of it. So we save this Flea, we save and quit. We press our start game button, like I definitely can, and we click back into our profile, and then we go back to the right. We have now just saved Garfield, and we go here. This enemy's gonna mess me up, but what you can do, if that enemy is not too high, what you can do is you can just dash like that, and then do that, and we are up. And then this room is pretty straightforward. I'm actually gonna reset this room. So we're gonna go back. Pogo, not do that. So I'm gonna reset this room again, because I am just this good at the game. So I'm gonna heal. This is not ideal. We're gonna pogo off that beast fly, and I'm gonna hit this twice. And what we can do is dash, use a Silk Spear to free Felicia, and then we can ideally dive back down here. Now I did not save this save state, so I'm just gonna put a slow-mo in the corner. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show that again, but we're gonna go down here. And now we talk to Flea Master Mushka. And we're gonna keep talking to him. Say yes to the wish, even though the fleas are already freed. So we're gonna talk to him. And we're gonna keep talking to him. And like, wow, our wish has been completed. And he's gonna ask us what we're named, but he also here says, would you travel with us? And we say yes to this. And then one last thing, mandatory for me personally, I just watched this cutscene. I mean, it's a cute cutscene. There's nothing much more to say about it. I wouldn't skip it. But as soon as we get here, we are now in Greymore. So now that we're in Greymore, right after this conversation ends, we want to just press our dash ability, get the Flea Brew that is right over there. And the reason we're dashing is because the title for Greymore will pop up if we wait too long, and that takes a bit of time. So we're going to keep talking to him, get our Flea Brew, and now that is going to be the end of the video. Next, we will be covering getting Cling Grip, fighting Widow, and that is honestly pretty much it. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, this episode of Flea Route. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.